Hey everybody, welcome to the Print Theory Podcast. I'm here with the team.
What's up? What's up?
How's it going?
Episode 5.
Yep.
I want to give a big shout out to someone who drove 3.5 plus hours through farmland.
Literally.
Through the city of Long Beach and through
The grapevine.
the grapevine to the farmland to our shop. Give a big shout out to Erick Cervantes.
Ooh, Eric.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Welcome, Eric.
Hey, thanks. It's nice to be here.
Yes.
It was a beautiful drive. I blame Siri for the farmland because he told me to get off early. But
Right, so you got off where? You said by Porterville?
Visalia.
Visalia.
Oh,
Sent me off Visalia and then through all the little farms and then shot back to the freeway.
Did
Saw
it
the 99
really?
again, and I was like,
So
I was
random.
just on there. Man.
I was just on the
Come on.
Wanted to give you the scenic route. So much to
That's
see.
true.
Maybe there was an
Yeah.
accident or something.
That's
Yeah,
exactly
It
what
might
I'm
have
thinking.
given you like
That's
the
what
shortest
said.
way. Or
Yeah.
yeah, that could have been.
Listen, Siri.
3:30 to the dot, so
Oh,
I
there you
can't
go.
complain.
True.
Yeah,
You went very
3:30
quick.
To the dot. Yeah,
It's true.
yeah.
Well, man, tell us a little bit about yourself. Where you? How'd you? Well, first, just tell us a little bit about yourself.
So obviously you know my name, but I'm from Long Beach, California. Born and bred in Lakewood, so right next door.
There we go.
Spent a lot of time in Lakewood. Knew that that's kind of where we wanted to make home because it felt like it. I'm one half of a brother-owned company.
Ooh.
My other side wasn't here. He stayed to man the shop and do the paperwork. It's cool.
Holding it down.
Yeah.
Older
Holding down
brother
for
or
it.
younger brother?
Older by 5 years. Yeah. I call him my right hand. I'm his. But we established printing in 2016 after we found that a lot of printers in our area were not focused on quality. It was just how fast can we do it at the cheapest price. That's what everyone would produce. Because initially we wanted to start as like a clothing line and put out our own brand, but everything that we saw being produced was just not something that we would want to sell or present to somebody. So we bought all our own equipment, started making our own stuff, and then people started to reach out to us because they liked what we were producing. And then printing for other people picked up steam, and we kind of dropped the brand on the back
It's like,
burner.
you know what? I
Yeah.
forgot about our brand. a little bit.
Yeah.
You're building other people's brands.
Yeah.
There you go.
But it worked out. We specialize in bringing people's concepts into reality. So
That's awesome.
Cool.
And so the name of your company is Mad Prints, right?
yeah. So we are Mad Prints. It's an acronym, and then it also has some meaning behind it. So my brother's first name, it's really funny because neither of us use the names that are in the acronym. His first name is Manuel, so that's the M.
His real first name?
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's Manuel Alexander, and I'm Eric Daniel. So Manuel and
Ooh.
Daniel Prince.
there you go.
Nice.
But
We have a lot
also
of dancing.
Oh,
we have
yeah.
3
Yeah, we-
Dans here. So you're the
That's
fourth.
funny.
Welcome.
Dang.
There you go.
Dan's in the house.
Cool.
bands.
Okay, so how did it start though? So it's an acronym, but what's the meaning behind it?
So the meaning, once we really started the artistic venture, because like I needed some form of expression, because we come from fixing electronics. We're both tinkerers. We like to pull things apart and understand how they work. So for me, this was a way to just kind of let all the craziness go. So mad for madness. Our logo is, or our slogan is "Stay Mad." Like, don't try and change who you are. Accept it. If anything, embrace it. It's peace through the chaos and serenity in your own insanity. That's kind of where
Serenity in
I
your own insanity.
aim. Yeah, appreciate
It's
it.
a good mission statement.
Yeah, there's a lot of people try and change their mental. They're like, oh, there's so much going on. I need to just like calm it down. No, find a way to just funnel it into something that feeds your soul, really. Because at the end of the day, that's what it's about. You know,
Yeah,
you got to be happy in here to do things better on the outside world. It's the saying is you can't fill somebody's cup if yours is empty.
Yeah.
That's true.
It's good.
That's awesome.
Bars, I think.
Bars.
I think that's bars.
That's oh my gosh.
That's awesome.
Did you take the brand awareness class? That was at Impressions.
Dude, I was. Oh my god, I felt like I went back to school. I was doing embroidery from like 9 to 4 each day, which was wild. I would go
Oh,
home.
we
Yeah,
did
we
those.
did those,
Yeah.
yeah.
God.
Wait, you
They were
didn't
probably all in
explain
the
where
same
you met
company.
Eric.
Oh,
Where you found
sorry,
Eric.
guys. Okay, so we met Eric at Impressions Expo this year. Last month, we're already in February. So last month at Impressions Expo, we were waiting outside of a social media class that we were late to and didn't get in. And we were bummed because we registered for it, but
Yeah.
someone made us late.
Who?
You.
Oh, I was like, it wasn't me.
I wasn't looking at you like it was you. I'm just saying. And we got there late, and we tried to get scanned in, and they're like, "Oh, sorry, all full.
Class is full.
Class is
Yeah.
full." And I was like, "Come on."
I kind of felt like she wasn't being serious when she said that because I was like, "There's no way."
Yeah.
And then she was like, "You're like, is there any
Wait.
way we could like get in, just like sit in the back or something?" And she said she repeated the exact same
Yeah.
thing. She was
Yeah.
like, "I'm sorry, class is full." And I was
Like,
like, "Oh shoot."
So no standing room.
Yeah.
She might have just had a vendetta.
I'm sorry,
Can't come through the
class is full.
ceiling. But yeah, and so we decided, okay, we're just gonna spend an hour of waiting for the show to open, for the floor to open. And so we went and like interviewed a couple other people, and ended up we're like, you know what, right before it ends, we're just gonna stand outside of the class and see if anybody wants to talk to us. And
In the most normal way you can imagine.
as people were walking out, I'm like, hey, excuse me. And I had 3 people turn me down. And that was kind of a bummer.
man.
But Eric was the first person to be like, yeah, what's up? And you were so chill, Eric. You were just like,
Thanks.
yeah, what's up? How can I help?
Appreciate it.
And I was like,
I try.
did our spiel. What was your, what was your big takeaway from the class? And you just like, you were so willing to talk, and you didn't seem like you were in a rush. So that was very grateful. And I know we were probably coming on you hot, and you were like, whoa. But you held it down. You were really, really cool.
That's cool. I thought I was the first person that you guys asked, and I was like, cool, I got to help them out. They didn't really have to wait for anybody.
Oh.
That's what I thought. It's like you were already like, yeah, what's up? Hey man, can I ask you a question?
That's just how we always is.
That's just how it always is.
Yeah.
Usually when people get turned down, they're like, hey man, can I ask you
somebody
something?
please help?
Anybody,
Yeah,
somebody.
it's like,
We had somebody come while we were waiting. Also, before your class ended, we were waiting for the show and waiting for that class. Someone came up to us with their with their like recording equipment, and they were like, "Can we?" They're like, "Listen, we've asked so many people. No one wants to talk to us."
Yeah.
And they're like, "We just want to ask you a couple questions." And we were like, in my mind, I was like, "We're in the same boat, man." Yeah, I
No
got
one
you.
wants to
I
talk to
feel you.
us either.
I feel you. And so we talked to them, but then it was cool. You were really good. And then we got to talk a little bit after, so that was really cool. And now you're here. We're starting a
know.
relationship synergy.
There you go.
Crazy.
Yeah.
It is crazy. I got the call and it was a random number. I was like, oh, this is Eric. He goes, this is Nate. I was like, oh, what's up, Nate? Super surprised. I was like, can you do a podcast on Friday? I was like, oh, I'll try. And then that day I was like, I think I'll be able to make it. Cool. And he goes, we could do webcam. I was like, we could do webcam. Then I finished things and I was like, I'm going for a drive. So I'm leaving.
let's go.
We could do
I'm
it.
leaving.
But I would rather drive to you guys, which is so cool. That's an honor
Yeah.
for us. Like
Yeah,
it was.
that's
Yeah,
awesome.
thank you for coming.
Likewise, it was an honor to be invited and be here and get to experience the whole shop and you guys. That's like, I get it. Being in person is different because you actually feel the energy. Like, before we started, we were all like bubbly and giddy, like, bouncing off of each other. That's what happens. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
it just, for me, made more sense to be here.
Cool.
That's sweet.
Thank you.
Of course.
Awesome. Okay. Question then for you, for Mad Prince.
Let's do it.
What's a really memorable project that you did or that have done? Because you guys have been open since when? Established when?
2016.
2016. A lot of years.
Yeah.
8 years. What is it? What maybe not the most, but like what's a good memorable project that like sticks in you?
The first thing that came to mind, I don't know how we ended up in this niche, but it's all the memorial shirts, like funerals pretty much. So people give us photos of the deceased, and they put like real nice words. We make it all nice. And they seem to be the most grateful. So I would say those are probably the ones that are the most memorable. 'Cause,
It's so
memorable or
meaningful.
meaningful? Yeah. There's like a different meaning behind the shirts because we made some really cool stuff for like brands and or companies, logos, whatever. But they're always like, "Yeah, this is cool. It looks exactly. Yeah, I'm excited to wear them." But then the memorial shirts, they're like it's a remembrance. It means a lot more. It's more than just like, oh, we're going to represent the company. It's we're representing a person that we've lost, and I really enjoy doing those. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
We got the opportunity to do, you're right. Those are the ones that I don't think about as much as we're pumping out orders, but we just had recently, football team here in this area. They come to us and they've already been an account with us for a while, for years. And they had one of their players, and he got cancer. But the community's coming together, and we're doing this real big thing, and we want to sell Malachi Strong shirts for the family to give back to them to just help with all the funds. And so we brought that over. We talked to Dan and Sarah. They were like, "Oh, how many do you need? Like just whatever it is, we'll handle everything. We just want to help." And they were so grateful. Like they were like, "Are you sure? Are you sure?" We're like, "Yeah." And they're like, "Are you sure?" We're like, "Yes." Take him, use him. And then they came back and they were like, "We sold out. We need more." And then our owner was like, "Okay, whatever you need, we'll just print more for you." And it was just like, oh man, they were so grateful for it. And the community rallied. The last game that he was going to be in, a ton of the community was there. There was a bunch of camera crews from the different news stations because they had gone like for our local news area. And it was just so cool. Like, dang, we got to be a little part of that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, man, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Being a little part of something meaningful is nice, instead of just pumping out products that are just because.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, definitely.
100%. So your team, is it just you and your brother?
As far as printing goes, yes. We've been able to manage a workload with just that. How I mentioned that we started in electronics. We have 2 guys, but there are technicians. They run electronics, all our repairs and stuff like that, so that we can handle printing. We got forced into a lucky situation in 22 because we were starting to look. We'd gotten to the point where we outgrew the garage. And we were looking for a warehouse, but couldn't find anything that was close enough to our electronics shop that we felt comfortable being able to manage both. And at the time, we were subleasing, and then the other guy that was there that had the lease, he had a baby, didn't tell us that he had picked up another job, and
Snap.
Yeah. And he calls us one day and he goes, "Hey,
I had a baby."
Yeah, he was like, "I have a baby and I just got another job and I'm selling my side of the business this Friday, and the guy that's coming in is going to kick you guys out and do all the cell phones and tablets," because that's what we're doing. And he goes, "Unless you guys want to buy." We were like, "Okay, well."
Whoa.
We looked at the shop and we went, "Okay, we could buy his business, consolidate all of the electronics to the front half, and we'll have enough space if we place everything properly to do printing out of the back half." So we negotiated a price we were comfortable with, purchased, and then started the whole move. And that purchase happened in March of 22. We had everything set up for printing middle of August. And then we did our first print job out of that shop August 29th. And I remember the date because that same date I was going home and I got hit by a car. I used to drive a motorcycle. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I was sent flying. I lost my foot and then had to recover. And that halted everything.
Yeah.
So my whole goal was like, all right, get back to the shop, get back to the shop, get back to the shop. Because my mental
This was in
picking up.
22?
Yeah, 22. And then
In the midst of all this,
in the midst
the
of all the
buying of it
craziness,
and getting the new building.
just to add, as in my mind, I was like, all right, cool. It is what it is. Moving forward, what's the next step to keep going in a positive direction? And for me, it was get out of the hospital first. This is the obvious step, right?
Yeah.
Thankfully, I was out in a month. They told me I was going to be out after the New Year's, and I was walking by then and back to work already. I was starting to load shirts. I was like, let's go. I was like, we need to. It's like, no. Look, one thing I tried very hard to do is not let what has happened to me define who I am. You're defined by how you respond to what has happened. Mm-hmm. That's what you should pay attention to. That's the takeaway from there.
Wow.
Man. That's inspirational.
That is very inspirational.
That's cool because it gets mundane and it gets rough sometimes too, and it gets very stressful in this industry.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But screen printers have a fighting spirit.
Yeah.
They're always trying to get back into load shirts.
You have to, man. You have to. I was having a conversation last night with my brother because he's like, dude, why is it that everyone has the same deadlines? I was like, I don't know.
For real.
Like, you'll pick up 5 clients, and it'll be in the span of a week, and they're like, oh, I need it February 11th, 12th, 13th, and the 14th. And it's like, okay, cool. So everybody needs it by this weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Great.
Yeah.
You all need it by this
Fantastic.
weekend.
Yeah.
You said rush? Oh,
Yeah.
see what I can do.
All right. Sounds good. I like to call myself Mr. Deadline because I don't say no. I'm like, you need it by when? Yes. And then I come back, I tell Alex, I'm like, hey, we got to get this done by this time. He's like,
I know somebody
He's
like
I
that.
get you.
Sounds like,
Who? You guys look-
Same person who made us late from social media.
Listen.
No, Brandon's gotten a lot better. We
has to have
work
approval
together,
now.
on approving
do.
rush jobs
Yeah.
now. Yeah,
And I
That's
ask,
funny.
yeah, you do an
So,
amazing
dude,
job.
listen.
Yeah.
Funny.
listen.
Just
you
razzing
do
you.
this?
hypothetically.
Hypothetically. That's my thing. Hypothetically, if I were to have sold 200 shirts and I needed them by this weekend, what would you say? How mad would you be?
And it's
If I
Thursday
did.
evening.
Yeah, and they're on the other side of the country.
Oh, no.
How mad would you be?
Overnight airship.
It's
That's funny, dude.
listen, I'm just over here trying to make sales,
I feel it.
Hustling.
hustling.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hey.
So does your brother screen print at all, or is it all
Yeah.
just you?
So I'm very good with the lining and like symmetry.
Mhm.
Before printing, I started with photography. I feel like that's where it really, like I dialed in and making sure like things were even because I would nitpick. I'd look at a picture, I'm like, that horizon is off. And it would be totally fine. So, you know. So when it came to printing, he would load a shirt and it would come off and I'm like, that's a smidge off.
off.
He goes, then
Yeah.
you if you can do better, you do it. I'm like, all right.
Like,
Put it
I
on.
will.
I could do better.
Print it, hold it up, and he's like, all right, that's like straight. And then vice
I
versa.
guess if you want it
He's like,
straight, I guess.
So, when I went to print, I can produce a good print. I was like, printed this. But his are a little smoother. So we have, you know,
Give
our
and take.
respected places. you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
He does the actual pressing. I do the loading. If I have to press, I'll press. And then,
You guys are using manuals, right?
yeah, we have a 4 plat and 4 screen. Does the
Nice.
job and we're pretty quick. I like to call it moving meditation because to me, it once you get into a groove, it reminds me of running, where you get into like
Yeah.
a flow state. You just catch a rhythm and you just kind of move through it. So that's one thing I really enjoy about manual pressing. It's nice.
Cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
We have a press operator over here too. Behind us, they're pressing they're printing all the tees, and we have Ryan, who's our press operator, who was down for a couple days, and he's got that fighting spirit.
For sure.
Eric, I am about to turn 30 in
Really?
1 month.
in March. In 1 month, and everyone is
really good.
telling me it's very rough and it's going to be hard.
He's
And
trying to avoid it at all costs.
I'm trying to
coming
avoid it
for
at all
him.
costs. And our press operator, he's in his 30s, and
He just turned 30,
He
like
just turned, yeah.
and he
last
hurt
year.
his back,
Last year.
and he's like, "Listen, man, you better be ready for this." And I was like,
That's what happens when you turn
"Yeah,
30.
This is 30. No, no. If that's 30, I don't want it.
It's okay. Yeah, you'll be fine.
But I'm excited for 30. I
Yeah.
hope.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's not
30's
too
great.
bad.
30's great.
How old are you?
I'm 27.
He's like,
No. I was like, oh, he must be.
dang, he's over here
You
hyping
sound
me
like
up.
me convincing Brandon.
I'll
30's
just
going to
be
be
sick.
fine.
So do you.
So far down the
Yeah.
line.
I remember when I was 27. It's good
Yeah,
times.
I say 30 is not too bad because
Yeah.
Alex is 32. So
There you go.
There you
Yeah.
go.
No back
fine.
problems?
yes, but from his teens.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Bad choices led to accidents.
Bad
so.
choices.
But now his back is actually way better now than it was in his early 20s.
Really?
See?
Yeah.
There
So-
you go.
Yeah.
Only up from
It's-
here.
Yeah. The one note I would give you is it's all about your like how you take care of your body. That's the biggest
Oh,
thing.
gosh.
Nutrition.
Oh,
and
gosh.
exercise.
Not my
that's
strong
the
suit.
biggest thing.
It's not my strong. You're gonna need. Okay, do you have any tips for me? Because let me just lay out who I
I have
am.
a lot of tips.
Let me okay, then I'm gonna get some tips right now. Who I am. I don't drink a lot of water as I should, and I acknowledge. I acknowledge my
Can we
missteps.
edit these sentences? I don't drink water.
Tip number one:
Drink a lot of water. Drink water.
Drink a
I
lot
don't
of
drink
water.
water. Drink water. I don't drink water a lot. As I'm working on it. I don't drink water a lot. I don't necessarily like a ton of vegetables. I will eat. I've grown accustomed to broccoli and stuff like that,
Okay.
and like
Fiber's good.
carrots and stuff like that. But like run it down what I should be doing for 30.
So first things first, drink water because like you
kinda need it.
Yeah.
Reason being is in between the vertebrae and your spine, you have discs. these discs need to be hydrated so that they can actually expand and flex around and stuff like that. If not, what'll start to happen is they'll compress too much, and that's where you'll get either a slip disc where it shifts out of place from the vertebrae, which is not good, or you'll get a bulge disc where just part of it comes out. That's also known as like a herniated disc. Part of it shoots out. So hydration.
That's scary.
For sure.
Yeah, I need
Hydrate
hydration.
and then stretching. Those are like two simple things that you can do.
Okay.
Do a lot of stretching. If you're not super big into exercise, you don't have to go like running or start lifting weights or anything like that. Just water, yoga, you'll probably be fine. Water, yoga, that's a great place to start. Yeah, get limber because everything, our body is all levers. Everything is attached. So if something gets too tight and it's pulling in the wrong way, it's really easy to hurt yourself. That's where a lot of back problems happen because the majority of us sit for a very long time. And all of the quad muscles link into the lower back. And when we're sitting, all of that tightens. When you go to do a different move where you're straightened out, because it's tight, you can think about like, this could be your ligaments. This one is already tightened up this way. And then you go to stretch or you catch yourself from a slip and then this pulls out and it yanks your spine in a different direction. You think like those little, like the bendy sticks.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Does that
Kinda
scare you
wanna
into
be able
drinking
to
some more
Keep
water?
everything straight.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will drink more
Scares me into drinking more water.
She drinks a lot of water.
I already do pretty good, yeah.
Well, we started a Bucky's Run Club. Bucky's our mascot.
The
Nice.
ink bucket on the wall
Bucky
there.
the ink bucket.
Nice. I like it.
And I'm not a participant, but I will. I should.
Every once in a while.
Every once in a while.
He's
Last
done
weekend.
it like once.
Hey.
Sorry.
Twice.
Twice.
I think.
yeah.
Okay, sorry.
And
year.
Pardon
that
me.
second time was the days at Disneyland. So
Forced walking.
it was intentional. They said it has to be intentional walking. And so I said, does Disneyland count? And they were like, no. And I was like, it so does.
I'm a big fan of technicalities. I'll give it to him. Technically, it's like there was intention. There was intention for
There
the
was
walking. You
intention,
know, you
yeah.
had to get to a place. So like I'm gonna get
I
there.
had to get to Guardians of the
To get to
Galaxy.
Guardians.
Exactly. You know,
Fast Pass
Have you
was
been to
almost
Disneyland?
out.
Fast pass, yeah.
I have.
Do you like Disneyland? Or not
It's
really?
cool. It's I'm not the biggest Disney person. It's fun to go and experience, but I wouldn't go back. The lines are too long and everything's too expensive. I'm more of a Six Flags guy.
Really?
Six Flags is fun.
Yeah,
Six
it's not
Flags is
bad.
fun. The
Six
rides
Six
are
Flags is
better.
pretty fun, yeah.
Rides are
Maybe.
better. They're like actually rides.
Yeah,
At Six
I
Flags, it's a lot of attractions. That's even what they call them. They're not even rides. It's like, check out the attractions.
Except for Incredicoaster.
That's a ride.
Yeah,
Now that's a
That's
ride.
a
That's a
ride.
ride.
Guardians,
That's a ride.
that's a ride.
Guardians, I
Yeah.
love
There
that.
used to be the Hollywood
The
drop-
Tower
Yeah,
of
Tower of Terror.
Yeah. Those are the two tops.
It's
Those
the
are
same
Yeah,
thing. It's
they
just
are.
now Guardians of the
Yeah,
Galaxy.
So fun.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay. So then I know I asked you this at the show, but maybe you have another one because we all got ton. The first two
Yeah.
episodes here, apparently I had a lot of fails. But what? And apparently I'm having my clients texting me like, oh, that's why. And I'm like, I exposed myself. A
Oh,
little bit.
really?
Yeah, I
That's
had some
funny.
customers texting me and was like,
No way.
oh, that's why when you came to do this, like, that's why, is that why? And they're
Is this
cool, 'cause, like,
podcast backfiring on us?
no, because it's the only clients that are texting me are the ones that like we're super cool with.
Yeah.
That, like they're not going to leave us. They're happy. We made everything better. We made everything right.
Yeah.
It's just like when your friends razzing you,
That
like,
explains a lot.
Oh, that's why this, and this.
Yeah.
and I'm like,
Mm.
yeah.
Oh, man.
But hey, it's okay. We have a lot of our clients that actually listen to this podcast,
Yeah.
which is
Mm-hmm.
as cool as it equally is scary
Yeah.
to make sure.
Yeah.
I forget that anyone listens to this podcast. Once my headphones go on, I'm just talking.
Just drown out the world.
Yeah.
We're in the she becomes thy podcast gal. I'm sorry.
You lock in.
Yeah.
sorry.
I lock in. Wah, wah.
Sorry, I'll stop that. Okay, back on track. What is your other biggest print or stitch fail? You don't have to say the name of the client or anything unless you want to. You don't have to. But what is your biggest this was a big fail? Regardless if you made it right or not, like what was the fail? Regardless, I want to know what the fail was.
We were doing numbers for a
Okay.
team, and I put 20E instead of 23.
Oh my gosh,
Oh,
that was
The
my
three
print
backwards.
fail. Yeah,
I was thinking about that the other day.
that was my exact print fail. I would always press
funny.
the threes backwards.
Yeah, I'd press
Wow.
stuff upside
2E?
down.
So you'd be
Not just me.
backwards. Yes, it's 2E. And I was like, you get 2 shirts, I guess. You get 2E and a 23. Here you go. It had a name on it already, so I wasn't going to keep it. If the name wasn't there, I'd be like, cool, 2E. I'm 2E, let's go.
This kid is now
Yes,
2E.
But
It's harder than it seems.
Daniela can speak to that.
It's harder than it
Daniela,
looks.
you want to speak to that?
Yeah. So in one of the first episodes, my print fail was that I would heat press the 3s backwards all the time on basketball jerseys, like multiple times.
Multiple.
I would,
In the same round.
well,
Well, you just outed her.
it's like that.
Dang, that's
multiple times in the same round. Yeah, and I'd have to sacrifice the jersey because it was backwards. It's really hard to like picture it flipped in your brain, make sure you're doing it the right way. I had to hold it up to the light so I could see it and like watch myself put it down and make sure it was going the right way.
everyone. Is this a 3?
Yeah.
Do you read a 3?
I can't count
That's
how many
funny.
times I've slowed production down because I'm like,
Yeah.
that is the right way. And I put it down. I'm about to clamp. And I'm like,
Yeah.
Like what if
Give
it
it one more
flipped
time.
in between the time that I set it down? One time our heat press was by an open door and I was heat pressing a number. You remember this?
Yeah.
And the wind blew the thing in like
Yep.
just as I was clamping it. It was so crooked.
Yeah.
We tried to fix it by like
that's
putting
fun.
vinyl over it. It was
Yeah.
a mess.
yeah,
What,
that
really?
happened
Yeah.
before, too.
It sucks.
Didn't we fix it though?
We had to buy a new one.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's how we fixed it.
Yeah.
It was fixed. It's okay. I've
It
had
was
that happen
fixed.
before, too.
It was
Yeah.
fixed.
It doesn't help that I really like to align shirts on the press bottom down, and my brother can only do it the opposite way. He's like, why do you always put stuff upside down? I'm like, I don't
I do it
know.
upside down. I
Like,
didn't know there was
we do it
another way
upside
to do
down.
it.
like upside down, backwards.
Yeah.
He looks at it with the collar on this side, and I'll have it collar closest to me and the bottom down.
Whoa. Is that a thing? Can we do that?
If you don't,
No.
No, don't do that.
if you don't sleeve the shirt, then
Yeah. If you just set it on
get
top
it.
of the
Just set it
platen,
on top.
flat.
Yeah.
So
Stalls came out with a really cool that platen that is the shape of a shirt.
Mhm.
Shape
I
of
saw
body.
that at the show.
It's cool. They have it now available. If you're
It has
using,
like shoulder
Hotronics.
slopes, so that way you can see where the the
Yeah.
left chest will fall.
that's
pretty cool.
It's really cool.
Mhm.
And it has like a little thing for a neck tag that you just literally like you load the shirt on and then you lift like
Pop
the
that thing.
pop the collar back over and you can heat press both the neck tag and the front at the same time. It was a pretty cool platen.
That's dope.
Yeah, they have they're like
That's
it's
cute.
readily available now as of now. Or as of like the show.
Now, as
and
of
I was
now.
like, that is super cool. Now as of now.
No, as of now.
He may not have said that. That was
cool.
that was a paraphrase. Okay. So then, you guys ready to try something?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
What are we gonna try?
We are gonna try some boba. So we gave a challenge out.
It's boba hour.
We gave a huge it's boba hour. It's so loud. I'm so sorry. We gave a challenge out to our listeners and last week and said, if we get 5 likes, I did it
He
strategically.
did not run these parameters by us beforehand.
Listen, I wanted boba, and I did what I had to do to get it. So I said 5 likes, and they said no problem, no problem. We're gonna get it. And so we posted it, and we posted it today. The clip of us doing the challenge, and we're above 5. I don't know where we're at, but we're above
More than
5.
five.
Yeah,
And
we got
regardless-
more than 5.
Regardless of if we were or not, I was bringing boba. So
Yeah, that's true.
for myself,
good.
or where are we at? We're over
Nice.
30. Let's go.
People love boba, man.
People love boba, and one of our accounts was like, "Yeah, boba." And someone like chimed in like, "Oh, you should try this place." And I have tried that place, and it is good. And I'm sorry, user, I don't remember the name of the person who commented, but
I think it was Berman's Flowers.
Oh yeah,
Is
it
it
was
Burman's
Leslie.
Flowers?
Yeah,
Mhm.
Leslie.
okay, sorry, Leslie. I have tried Honey Pearl Cafe in Reedley, and they are great. But I was in Fresno, and I wasn't going to drive to Reedley and then to drive back. So I got us Boba Pub. This is one of mine and Nate's favorite places in Fresno. Let's be very specific. In Fresno. There's
In the
not-
Tri-County area.
In the Tri-County. There is a lot of good ones down in SoCal. If you like boba. Do you like boba?
Yes. Big
Let's
fan of
go.
What's your go-to place?
Go-to place? I'm gonna go with Ding Tea because it's close. It's the closest boba to my mom's house, and that's usually when I get boba. When I go to my mom's house, because she really likes boba, so I bring her boba.
See, that's
That's
cool.
nice.
People like boba, man.
Boba from
People like
boba from
boba.
my
People
mom.
like boba. I don't know.
The people
Not
have
these
spoken.
people.
They like
I don't
what.
know what
See,
to
Not
I
this
never heard
people.
of it until Brandon.
what you
Really?
never.
Yeah,
What?
I didn't even know
Wow,
that was
that's-
like a thing.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Very
last
popular.
year. I'm gonna give Eric a little fill into last year's team trip. Why are you guys mad?
No, it's funny.
I love boba. It was an acquired taste for me. It's my boba journey was very interesting. I didn't like it at first. One of my buddies, I went to Hawaii a lot for a prior job, and
You've had a prior job.
so sorry, guys. Yeah, I worked somewhere before here. Guys.
No way.
I'm sorry.
You weren't spawned in the sales room.
I was not born in the print in the lab like Bucky.
In the lab.
But it was an acquired taste, and the first couple times I did not like it. It was weird. The boba, it was just gross texture. And then my buddy's like, "You just got to keep trying it." And I was like, "How many times do I got to try it?" And so probably like the fourth time I tried
I feel
it.
like that's where I'm at in my journey. Brandon's like, you just gotta keep trying.
You gotta get past it. Just keep it going. And now I'm like, I love it. And me and Nate, our social media guy, producer extraordinaire, we have driven from here to Anaheim just for a specific boba shop called Amenhas. There is some in like Garden Grove and Anaheim and a couple other ones like around Orange. And it is, when I tell you, it is the best boba that I have ever had. They got the Sonic ice, the little ice chunks, and the tea is really good. It's with boba. Like the milk tea is really good, and also the boba isn't too sweet, and it's not like I've had some boba and it's like there's no taste to the boba at all, and so I'm like, well, that's not fun either. Now I'm just chewing chunks that taste like nothing. Like at least we chew some.
Really selling it to me.
Yeah. So I got it from Boba Pub. Shout out to Boba Pub in Fresno. They have a couple locations. We love them. We use them a lot. I did buy these, so don't worry. Boba Pub
Not sponsored.
manager.
Hashtag not an ad.
It is not an ad. The lady did not give them to me for free. I paid for them, but we love them. So I'm going to pass them out to you guys.
Thanks, by the way. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you, Brandon.
Gotcha. You're coming in clutch for us, and I couldn't not bring boba for you, regardless if you liked it or not. I was gonna be like, well, it's here for you.
You're gonna try it anyways.
Yeah. Okay.
You're gonna try it.
So I have a couple different options. Let's pull these out. Okay. And I put them in the fridge too, so they're still cold for you guys. Let's see if I can lay these all out for the camera to see.
Do you remember
I
what
got
they all
6
are?
guys. I think I miscounted the amount of people that we had.
I think you're
Nathan's
just
here,
excited.
and Little Dan likes boba.
I know. Okay, so we're good.
There you
Oh,
go.
Ryan.
Goes in.
Yeah.
Okay, I have these three. These three are their brown sugar boba.
Okay.
This one is their jasmine milk tea with boba. This one is, I don't know the specific name of it, but it's a blue raspberry, strawberry something lemonade with jelly boba. I don't know what flavor jelly boba.
Okay.
And then this one is
Probably strawberry.
strawberry passion fruit something with some flavor of popping boba.
Ooh.
Ooh.
So
Those like explode when you.
you're about to find out.
Ooh. I don't
So
know.
choose your flavor.
I'll take the popping one for you guys. So that way you
All
don't
right,
have to
there
worry
Oh,
about it.
nice. Very brave.
Dang.
Is that the one you wanted?
No.
Okay. I was like, you can have it back. You can have
I
it. It's
will
totally fine.
do. Can I choose next?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll do a brown
Oh, wait,
sugar.
no. I'm just kidding.
That doesn't change my answer. Thank you.
It does not change my answer. Okay, so we have brown sugar, jasmine, and then lemonade.
Yeah. I think I'll stay with the brown sugar.
Okay.
I don't know if I might. The jelly looks a little different.
The jelly looks what?
Which
Okay.
one's your choice? The brown sugar?
Mine's the brown sugar.
Is that what you got? 3? You're like the odds of it, just in case 2 other people also want them.
Yeah, 100%.
It worked.
100%.
Yeah.
Okay,
All right.
guys. I think we're gonna need to mix ours up. You got to turn it upside down,
Yeah.
shake it a little bit. Right, Nate? I think Nate taught me this. Nate's the one who taught me this one. It's a little trick. Okay. Ready? We all gotta pop ours at the same time.
Ooh.
Ready?
Whoa, hold on. Okay.
Ready? You ready? You ready, Dan? 1, 2, 3. Oh, you heard that?
That was pretty
Dang,
good.
that was beautiful.
That was pretty good.
That was
Thank you.
awesome. Okay.
Very in sync. More in sync than I thought.
That was, yeah.
I was expecting like.
We have good synergy here.
See, Eric should be on here more. Nah. They were playing
Is that in
Backstreet
sync?
Boys earlier.
Oh, was that Backstreet?
Should we do a cheers? Okay, let's do a cheers for the
All
pod.
right.
Cheers. Happy to be here. To the
Cheers.
Cheers
How
to
far are we
Mad,
doing?
to Mad Prince.
Oh,
Cheers,
cheers to
guys.
Mad Prince.
Cheers to
Print
Mad
Theory.
Prince. There you go, Print Theory.
Okay, let's try it then. Daniele, I want to know your thoughts right now.
The tea's really, really good. The boba's really sticky. That's my issue with
It's
it.
boba.
Dan looks disgusted. I think I like the flavor of it, but it's a little sticky for my liking.
Okay.
But the tea's good. Could I get it
tea's
without
good.
boba?
Yeah.
You could.
Then I
can
would
get
do
just the
that
tea.
moving forward.
You should, if they have it here, you should try the mini boba. If you don't
Mini
like
boba?
how sticky that is, yeah.
Really?
Okay.
I didn't even know that was a
Yeah.
thing.
I would
didn't
be down
either,
for that.
And then I got it one time, and I was like, oh my god, this might be better than regular boba.
This might be better than regular boba.
You know, Brandon, it's not bad. I like this
Yeah.
better than the one in the Disneyland trip.
Sweet
Yeah.
Boba Co. That's good.
Yeah.
You like it? So
I'm
okay.
not being paid to say this.
1 out of 10. 1 out of 10.
By the way,
Give it your rating.
I would give it like a 6.5, maybe even a 7. Can I
That's a
put
passing
coffee
grade.
in this?
That's solid.
Yeah.
I would be
Yeah.
down for like a coffee version.
they
that
have
sounds
coffee?
really
They
good.
have a coffee version.
Ooh,
Or just like add an espresso shot to
Yeah.
this.
that's
Dang.
That would be fire.
Wired.
Fired and wired. Yeah.
Okay, Eric, what do you think of yours?
I really like this. It's a great boba. Not my usual pick. I usually go with like an oolong tea.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, if I don't go oolong tea, it's what is it, like a black tea, mango passion black tea. That's what it is. We'll do mango passion black tea with lychee jelly,
Ooh.
or oolong milk tea with egg pudding and
I love the egg pudding on milk tea.
yeah. But this is nice. It's very refreshing. It's not super sweet. And then I know the popping boba from Yogurtland. If you've ever been there,
Yep.
So popping boba is great. All around, I would probably give this like a solid 8 as far as bobas that I've had. It's up there. It's a good boba.
not bad.
Yeah,
And guys, all I gotta say is this is fire. This is good.
it's good.
I love Boba Pub. I can agree that I wonder if they have mini boba. Now I want to try that.
Ask them.
It's like hard to get through.
Yeah.
Like when you chew.
Like gummy candies.
It's
Yeah,
like really
like
gummy.
gummy.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Very interesting.
Oh my gosh. Okay, Dan. You.
I have one in my skull. And I
Dan's
was
having
like,
a hard time over there.
Oh
Big old
gosh.
clump stuck on the straw.
yeah, it's like
What do you think, Dan?
so the milk and the tea or whatever.
The
I
milk
guess.
tea?
Yeah, it's good. I think just I'm a texture person, so like getting the little jellies. Yeah, it's not that great. But I
bueno.
don't like the flavor of the little jellies. It's just a little different. I mean, it's not terrible.
So great.
I ate it.
So great. Great.
I think the strategy of you just have to keep eating it is working on me.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Honestly, it's like you have to keep doing it to
Get used to
get
it.
used to it.
I'm telling, and then you'll get used to it, and then weirdly enough, you're gonna be like, I kind of want boba.
So the first time I didn't like it. Like I didn't even attempt to drink it.
yeah, we were at our Airbnb, and Dan's like, no,
Yeah.
no.
Well, I did drink it. I tasted it, but I didn't like drink more. But this one I'm actually drinking more. So
So then the next time,
it's
and the
not
next time,
not too bad.
It is
not-
not too bad. I really like the milk tea in this. This is
Yeah, it
it's
is.
tasty.
brown
And I
sugar
agree.
milk tea.
Like a coffee shot would be killer.
Yeah.
we got an espresso. We got an espresso. Got an espresso
There you go. Do that.
We just got our Nespresso working again.
after like 6 months,
Yeah.
and
You're,
apparently,
you're waiting for the day that they like ask you for boba, huh?
yeah,
They're like, hey, are you?
it's never gonna
boba?
happen. But I am.
Have
I can
He's
hope.
playing the long
Have
game.
faith. I'm playing the long game. Listen here, guys. Because last year, Eric, I forgot. I moved past this. I moved past this, and it's still valid. So last year, every year we go on as long as we're hitting our goals. That's the caveat. As long as we're hitting our goals, our owners take the whole team out, to Disneyland, all this stuff. It's really, really fun. We stay at an Airbnb, hang out, lots of laughs, lots of team bonding. Anyways, Catan. You ever play Catan?
I have. That doesn't sound like team bonding though.
Okay.
Guys, we don't have time to get into this right now.
That's like playing Monopoly. It's very.
It's worse than playing Monopoly.
Okay.
Yeah.
What, Danielle? Say your
moving
piece.
No, moving on.
Yeah. She's
Okay. Anyways, we played it like 5 times when we were in Long Beach at ISS. Every night. Sometimes twice.
Almost.
Okay. Almost every night. Okay. So anyways, last trip, rewind back to 2023, January. We're all having fun. We're team bonding. We're down in LA. We're at Disneyland, Anaheim. And all I said, I'm a very simple person. Very simple person. Easy to please. I just said what did I say and what do I always say? If we're going on a trip, all I need is jerky and boba.
This was last year.
This was last year.
Yeah.
It was last year. And so last year, I said, that's all I want. All I want during all 4 or 5 days that we're down, just find a place for boba. And every night, I'd be like, oh, we could get boba. And they wouldn't. And I'm in the back of the car, like, I'm in the back of the Beamer, and just like, okay. And they're just like, did you guys hear something? Did you hear something? No, I didn't hear anything. And then Nate over here was like, guys, we should go to Cookie Plug. And they pull like an illegal U-turn and immediately find the closest Cookie Plug.
No, it was we were
passing
on
it.
our road.
You pulled
That's
a
why
U.
we
I
went.
remember
It was
pulling
on
a
our
U.
road.
Yeah, we did pull at you. That is true.
And they bent over backwards to go to Cookie Plug, but paid me no mind when I wanted. So this year they were great. I got to give it to you guys. This year on the way
You were
down,
driving your own car. It's an important detail.
important detail. The only reason we got boba this trip was because
continue.
we drove
Tell
our
your
own car.
story.
You know what? Yeah, maybe I should still be a little salty. But anyways, they did do a better job of asking each day. They were like, "You want to get boba tonight?" And I was like, "I do, thanks." And they're like, "Okay, you can take your car and you can go get your boba. And we'll meet you. You can come back to the house." And I was like, "Okay."
No,
down.
one of the nights Brandon called and he was like, Nate and I are going to go get boba. Do you guys want to come? And we're like, okay, you do that.
And they went back to the shop, and I was
We'll
like, "I'm
go home."
serious. I'm getting boba right now." And we got them boba. So see how good of a team we are. We still
Yeah,
got
it was
some
so
boba.
kind of
We
you.
got some tea.
You're right. Actually, it was
You
more
got
kind
his
of
tea.
Nate.
Yeah.
Nate bought your boba.
It was really
so
nice.
Shout out to Nate.
Shout out to Nate. We love Nate.
Shout out to Nate for real.
But that's our story, and I love boba, and it's growing on them, and I'm super happy. Maybe
It is
next
growing on
year,
me.
you guys will be the ones like, guys, we should get boba, huh? When it actually happens.
Maybe like 2 or 3 years.
No, because I'm going to work on it a little harder this year. This year, I'm going to bring us more boba, and
Exposure, therapy, me to boba.
Yeah.
yep,
He's gonna
gotta
hit you
work.
with the coffee boba, and it's gonna be game over.
Yeah, that,
Oh,
I might like
honestly,
that. I
that
might
might
like
be-
that. That and this brown sugar one
Yeah.
might be the key to my heart.
Okay, Nate, that's our next one. That's our next option. Okay, next Friday,
Special.
bring in a special shot of
A
Nespresso.
special boba, if you will.
A special.
Depending on the place you go to, if they have a Vietnamese coffee, they'd probably really like that. Vietnamese coffee
I
is
do-
like 2 to 3 espresso shots as far as strength goes.
Really? That
Yeah,
sounds
that's what
a
I've
lot.
been told. I don't touch it because for me, coffee, I'm like, too much. So I'm like, no, if it's 3 shots, I'm cool. You can have that.
Yeah, that's a lot of
But
shots.
Yeah.
But it sounds good.
It's very strong, very good. So, but yeah, try that.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sweet. Well, Eric, we have had such an awesome time having you on the podcast. It's been fun.
Likewise.
Where can people find you?
So easiest would be Instagram. You can find me personally through Eric Daniel CC with the C and a K because my parents were greedy; they couldn't pick. And then
C and a K.
C and a K. Mad Prince. You can find us Mad Prince _ as well as madprince.inc and website madprince.clothing.
Cool.
Love it.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Sweet. Thank you for coming down. I hope you have a
Yeah,
safe
thank you so
drive.
much.
Yeah.
Thanks.
To everyone out there who's listening, we want to hear your print fails. Send them in to at Print Theory Co. Just DM us, all right? At Print Theory Co. And we will see you here next week with another special guest.